Television and radio. We had 7 stories either about or about a program that we were working on since July 1. We also did 6 different radio interviews. We also focused on the print as well, and going from, I think we used to have maybe 5 to 10 articles a year. Since July, we've had 60 articles focused on what we're doing in print. And two of the most gratifying were in the Philadelphia Inquirer in the business section. It was a Sunday, Monday, back to back, January 18th and 19th. There's just 2 screenshots. One focused on our favorite road, 422 congested, and then the other focused on the TMA and what we do. And knowing, and there's just an article in the Inquirer on Sunday, that the traditional media isn't exactly carrying all the message anymore, how could we focus on the digital media and get the others that are not necessarily reading the print or watching the local news anymore? We focus on other email listservs that other corporations or partners are sending out. We had 9 stories on those. We also have a blog that we write on. It's averaging over 5,000 hits. We have a YouTube page. Crystal loves, I'm sure, a picture there.
Thanks.
And that's got over 1,000 views. And it's just a little small, but how do you keep getting the word out to the people? We have 2 Twitter pages, one for 422 Coalition and one for GBF-TMA. So if you want to tweet to either page, feel free. We have another thing called a Ning platform, which is basically a community information sharing site that we put together to discuss 422 tolling, because there's a lot of groups out there, and we're not going one way or the other, but what that does is basically tries to provide all the information for 422. And then we also have a LinkedIn page, which is another professional networking site. And what did we want to accomplish? What we pushed is our website. We want people to go to our webpage. So in 2007, we had 37,000 hits. In 2008, we jumped up to 92,000. And we're projected to hit 120,000 this year on our homepage. Philly Traffic, which is our commute alternative site, we also promoted, and that jumped from 57,000 to 76. And what we're also doing with technology is, if you're not familiar with really simple syndication, is basically interconnecting the sites together. So when we update GBF-TMA, it automatically updates our Twitter page, our blog, and same with 202 and 422 improvements, so that you don't have to sit here and keep going through all these sites and update them. They'll pull the information as we set it up for them. We've also still working on our coalitions. We have the PA Route 309 Coalition, which services our construction area on 309, the Schuylkill Valley Transportation Coalition, which is in the center of our service area, the Southeastern Montgomery County Transportation Coalition, which is in the 611 and part of the 309 corridor, and then the 422 Coalition. And those 2 that are covering each other, are both new. One being the Climate Change Task Force, and this is an issue that we've gotten involved with, and I've been involved with nationally with ACT National, and what's our role in climate change? And we had our first meeting, and we brought the EPA and DEP in to see, because transportation is the #2 concern for climate change, and what can we do moving into the future. And the last one is the Route 724 Task Force that we just started. Route 724, and this is a partnership with the Chester County Economic Development Council. If you travel that corridor, it's a very unique corridor. You have the urban core in Phoenixville at the bottom, and then you have at the northern tip, you have North Coventry Township, which is still fairly rural. But there's a lot of abandonment along the corridor. There's a lot of mixed use along the corridor. There's no real vision for the corridor. So with the Chester County Economic Development Council, we got a group of developers together and had our first meeting last week to discuss what do we want to see the vision for this corridor, and how can we start to have people focus on this corridor. Because if you look at the long-range plan for the region and some other initiatives, there's nothing going towards this corridor, and if we don't start to raise the profile, it's going to kind of remain the way it is going into the future. We also started a Bike to Work competition. This is Maureen's baby, and it kicked off May 12, 2009. We have four companies competing with each other, and that's DEP, GlaxoSmithKline, SEI, and Wyeth. And the intent is to try to get them to come out over the summer and continue to bike, but make it more of a competition. So so they log, and at the end we're going to have awards and prizes. We had to kick off at the Oaks Interchange at the trailhead there, and we have bike support out, Greater Philadelphia Bicycle Coalition and the Wyeth Green Wheels program giving out information for cycling. And finally, the big thing for us is that we moved. We've been in the same spot since our inception, and this is just some of the pictures of our new office. And we're able to grow, and we're able to do things and hold meetings, so if you need space, let us know. And just want to say thank you for your continued participation, and on to Steve.